Welcome back. Better tech tips now. And one popular web browser is unveiling a new feature to help its users keep their identities safe.
To tell us more about that, it's time to chat with Stan Prager from GoGeeks in East Long Meadow. Festive and all. Stan, good to see you.
Good to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We all match, by the way.
We do.
Yeah, you're
Red,
right.
black.
You're looking good.
It's very cool. Yeah, exactly. I decided, for the holidays that I would come here with a pleasant story.
I was thinking that. I was wondering.
Right, because it's usually Dr. Doom.
that time of year.
Whatever. Exactly. So, this isn't all pleasant because the reason for this new move is to protect people against identity theft. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
The identity theft is the bad part of it, right? So Google Chrome, which is a browser. Now, a lot of people ask, well, what's a browser? I don't know how many people have said that to me in conversation. And a browser is just basically the way you access the internet. So some people are using Internet Explorer.
Firefox.
Firefox is a really good one. Internet Explorer is a really bad one. Basically, they're rated by what kind of security they have built into them. So Internet Explorer is the easiest one to get hacked.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they have. So it's terrible. But a lot of, especially older people, have always used that. So we'll go to our clients at GoGeeks and we're like, stop using that. We'll try to move them into something new. And one of the things we usually try to migrate people into is Chrome. Because
I like Chrome.
Chrome is easy to use.
Seems faster.
It's faster. And it's very intuitive. It's not difficult to make the transition. A lot of people don't like to change, just like anything else. It's kind of like, I've always done it this way, right? But Chrome is a really good one. Now, Chrome had a thing called a browser extension that could be installed to help you protect your password. But now they've rolled out an automatic process, so it's built into the browser now. So the way it works is you go to a website, like you'd normally go, and you'd enter your user and password information, and it automatically will run that password through its database to see if it's been hacked previously, and if it's on the dark web.
So no one can hack this database that they're getting all the
that's
passwords?
another question. I mean, that was the first thing that I thought of is that, what kind of vulnerability do we have for the future?
Right.
One thing that Google's doing to protect people is they're not actually looking at your password. They're taking that password, which is encrypted, and running it through a logarithmic process called a hash, which then produces a series of numbers and letters. And they're comparing that hash against their database of hacked passwords, which is also in hash format. So no one's actually looking. So many people have used the same password for years. Their dead pet. A lot of people have Fluffy One. Let's say Fluffy One's been hacked.
Stan, you're telling everyone my password.
Right.
I can't believe I guessed it.
You did, and I need to go change it now.
We'll try again next show. See what I can come up with. See if I can guess what you changed it to.
Okay.
But honestly, that's people use that same password over and over again.
Right.
So a lot of these things have gone through a data breach in the past. On a previous show here, I talked about a website called I've Been Pawned, and on I've Been Pawned will show you can go in there and enter the password, and it'll show if it's on the dark web. So this is basically that same process, but it's saving you that step of going to a third-party website.
So now, if I have Google Chrome, but I haven't seen that pop up for me yet, do I have to update the browser? Is that why?
You want to make sure that you have the latest version of the browser. It should automatically do that, but if you look under help, usually it'll show, check for new browser.
When will you see it do it? The second you go to log on to a site?
When you go onto a site where that password has been compromised. If the password's never been compromised, you're not going to see anything.
So I'm lucky. You might compromise my password now, but other than that, I've been fine until now.
It's possible. So like the password that I used for many years did show up on the dark web on that I've Been Pawned website a long time ago. So I've changed it, unfortunately. So now I don't really have a one to test it with.
Oh, okay.
So that's the problem. So I need to create one somewhere at maybe a department store or something silly, and then try it and see how well it works, because I haven't tested it out myself.
But great.
And the importance of it is that you don't want your identity hacked, because this is the easiest way to do it.
That's correct. So at GoGeeks, probably 80% of the computers that come in have malware on them. A lot of these lead to identity theft. So it's really important that you guard against that. Change your password, use a strong password, switch to Google Chrome.
There we go.
Stan, thanks so much
Happy
for coming
holidays.
on today.
Happy holidays.
And when